Swadee Krap and welcome to Thailand News Today. Very busy day of news. Also like to tell you about a new program we've got each day called the Tower of Babel, where we review your comments. You can see that on our YouTube channel. But for now, let's start with today's big news stories. The Samut Sakhon governor is continuing to recover from a dangerous bout of COVID-19 and is expected to be taken off a ventilator today. The 58-year-old was in critical condition after contracting the virus on December the 27th. His infection was reported just a week after the outbreak at one of the largest seafood markets in the coastal province, where thousands of migrant workers have now tested positive for COVID-19. He was treated with an antiviral drug and put on a ventilator on December the 31st, along with a cocktail of muscle relaxants and sleeping enhancers. The governor's wife, who also tested positive for COVID-19, has recovered and been discharged from the hospital. We wish them both a full and speedy recovery. Condo prices in Bangkok are falling and are expected to continue to fall throughout 2021. Thailand's real estate market, like much of the rest of the world, isn't anticipated to pick back up again until the pandemic eases. The average price of new condos in Bangkok is expected to fall by 5%, according to Nexus Property Marketing. New condos will decline by 3.9%, while condo resales are expected to decline by 6.7%, according to July IQI. Marciano Bridge Mohan, the business development director from Fazwaz.com, says that it's certainly a buyer's market at the moment.
Yeah, it's indeed a buyer's market since the first lockdown we experienced last year. Not only great discounts in the primary and secondary market, but also free furniture packages, free transfer fees, and developers offering free common area fees for the first 1 or 2 years. So I would advise everybody, it's a time to buy.
Prices have dropped, discounts are available, and the market will likely take a sharp turn upward after the pandemic is behind us. Nexus Research says that with 33,000 unsold condo units being completed, adding to the unsold stock in Bangkok, the average prices of resale condo units will also decline due to the competition with the newly completed condos. 3 people, including 2 brothers, have been arrested on charges of sex trafficking, accused of sending women to Brunei to serve as prostitutes. The 55 and 49-year-old brothers were detained under an arrest warrant issued by the criminal court, charged with a sex trafficking operation involving over 3 people. Following the arrest of the first suspect, the man was arrested in the northern province of Chiang Rai, with his brother taken into custody in the neighbouring province of Nan. They are both charged with sending Thai women to Brunei for the purpose of prostitution, conning the women with promises of well-paid masseuse work. The allegations against the traffickers came to light when a couple of their alleged victims reported to the Thai embassy in Brunei to file a complaint. The women say the men lured them to Brunei with false promises, saying they could earn between 100 to 200,000 baht per month, as well as being provided with free food and accommodation. Thailand's Public Health Ministry has called for more information from the makers of the Chinese COVID-19 vaccine after its effectiveness rating was revised downward by researchers in Brazil. The Sinovac biotech vaccine was originally confirmed as 78% effective in trials in the South American country, but that's now been changed to just over 50%. The research team at Brazil's Butantan Institute say the discrepancy is a result of the higher rate, not including patients who recorded very mild symptoms and did not need any medical treatment. They insist the vaccine is still 78% effective in preventing mild cases that don't need treatment and 100% effective at preventing moderate to serious infections. Meanwhile, the Thailand Department of Medical Sciences say the government still plans to take delivery of 2 million doses of the vaccine, starting with 200,000 next month. The next shipment of 800,000 doses will arrive by the end of March, followed by the final shipment of 1 million doses by the end of April. Medical workers, healthcare volunteers and the elderly and other high-risk groups will be prioritised to receive the vaccine. In total, the ministry hopes to eventually vaccinate 70% of the population with the various vaccines, with the goal of achieving some level of herd immunity. The government has retained its price control on 55 products and service items, including medical face masks, a synthetic fibre used as raw material to make medical face masks, alcohol, alcohol-based hand sanitizer and recyclable paper. The meeting of the Central Committee on the Prices of Goods and Services has decided to maintain the price control list for 55 items, 50 of which are products and 5 services. The list is scheduled to be proposed for Cabinet approval next week. The committee also agreed to a maximum retail price for medical face masks of 2.5 baht a piece, excluding face masks made of cloth. And an update of the COVID-19 situation in Thailand today. 271 new COVID-19 infections and 2 deaths were reported at the daily briefing, raising Thailand's total number to 11,262. There are now 3,533 active cases being treated. One of today's reported deaths was a 72-year-old British man who died after contracting COVID-19. He arrived in Thailand on December the 7th and started experiencing symptoms 4 days later. The man had pre-existing health conditions, including lung cancer, diabetes and hypothyroidism. The other virus-related fatality was a 53-year-old Thai man from Pathum Thani, just north of Bangkok. Out of the 271 new COVID-19 cases, 78 are local, 181 cases were detected in proactive testing campaigns, and 11 cases detected in quarantine. Thanks for watching Thailand News Today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you watching every day. Please like the show if you enjoy it, and we'll see you tomorrow.